What is up, humans? I'm here with Don. You guys have met before or you may have on some of the older videos. Don owns Howling Dog Collective Tattoo, and he's done a ton of our blue tile shirts. Chances are, if you own a blue tile shirt, it's probably a 50-50 chance at least it's one of Don. Dudes, I'm trying to figure out how to kind of incorporate our local community into some of these sneaker videos, because like it is kind of like this. I mean, there's different groups. It's almost like little families of sneaker collectors, and some of them are skateboarders, some of them are not. Some of them are recently drawn to skateboarding. So I'm just trying to pull everybody in and build this, like, I don't know, a community aspect to my channel that you guys might enjoy. I don't know what to call it yet.
Sneakers are the glue that binds us all.
Dear God. I was like, homie grails or just W? Because these are obviously shoes you won.
I feel like this is...
I don't know.
I feel like it's probably already a sports thing, but like for the win.
For the win. Who knows? Probably not.
Already taken.
Probably not that. But if you guys have any ideas, and if you have any suggestions for, like, what would you like to see, just to bring in everyday average sneakerheads and my friends, skateboarders, artists, whoever, I want to bring them in and just kind of bring more of a community aspect to the channel. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, let me know what you'd want to hear from our local community. Because, dude, our community does some pretty cool stuff. Like, a lot of times it's really hard to hit on the local raffles or the local first come, first serves, or, you know, or even on sneakers, it's hard to hit. But our community...
Impossible to hit.
Impossible to hit. But our community, like, everybody knows what each person wants and what size they wear. And it's like, yeah, I kind of want that one, but, you know... This person wants that way more, so we're gonna, you know, like Jay Fresh wants those. He's gotta have those. So like,
so if you don't really want it, you just put in your tickets to help them get theirs.
Yeah. So the community just like gets behind one dude, and everybody puts in, and that person is not always likely, but pretty dang likely to get the shoe that he really wants or she really wants. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. And these videos, and like bring my friends and bring the.
Looking at you.
Yeah, dude, people have definitely put in for you.
I know.
Didn't you hit on one because Jay Fresh went?
I believe so. That was the Jay Fresh looking at you.
Yeah. So, anyway, so I think that's pretty cool. It is a really different community, and I think in our sneaker community, like at a lot of shops, people or their communities are very disjointed. Whether it's okay, this is skateboarding and this is sneakers, but they're separate. And we have events, and I try to bring everyone together, whether it's a show or a shock drop at a skate contest, or...
There's always a big mix of people.
It's a mix of people, and everybody gets along. And like sometimes I like watch just the two different communities laughing and having conversations between each other, and it's so sick. And that's not that it doesn't exist like that many places.
You don't see it much anywhere else.
No.
In sneakers, period, outside of
right.
Sitting in a line outside, you know, waiting on something. You might hang out, but this day and age, most everything's done online.
Yeah, so. And you know, that said, like we did like do a shock drop recently. My girlfriend's band played. Paisley and the Birdwalkers played Blue Tile the other night, and we shock dropped the Paisleys. And I just want to say, like, if you're paying attention, you're part of the community, you're part of the circle of people who are always around Blue Tile, you would have put that together. Like, oh, there's an event. Paisley and the Birdwalkers are playing. There's probably going to be a Paisley dunk release because they just posted photos about that shoe last week. You know, so I'm just saying, like,
context clues, people.
Context clues. And if you're in the circle and you're in the know, like, that's kind of our way to, like, not just go, all right, we're going to sell to our best customers and that's it. But it's like, you know what? We're going to give a fair crack for everybody to hit on these shoes or to get these shoes first come, first serve. But it also does give our real true supporters and regulars and our family and the people who are always coming to our events, and
you kind of have to be a true local, having actually participating in blue tile stuff. And
anyway, so let's get into it. You brought some shoes.
I brought a couple pair.
I thought we'd talk about like Don's first pairs or some Grails or anything like that. So if you guys want to list in your comments like your first shoe, what got you into collecting sneakers, whether it's skateboarding or whether it's just collecting sneakers. What's a shoe that you would die for? What's your Grail? That's what I want to know. So that's what we're going to dive into. So Don, tell us about and show us your first Nike SB and what got you into it.
So I'd gotten into sneakers, and I was actually tattooing at the Atlanta convention, and these were given to me as a tip. My first pair of Nike SBs, Boba Fett's.
Boom. So these things, Don wears all of his shoes, and you can tell. But these things are still very crispy.
I wear them, but I take care of them.
He wears them, but he takes care of them. So look at this, something to note. OG Soul. No turn and stitch toe cap. What year did these come out?
You would put me on the spot.
Dude, I don't know. I remember having them in the shop, but I can't remember.
2008.
2008.
I almost guessed 2007. I'd have been wrong.
Dang. All right, so you got these as a tip while tattooing in Atlanta.
Yep. I was at a convention, and we had been talking about sneakers the whole day. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and the client was like, well, instead of giving you cash, I'd love to give you something that you would actually like. And we happened to wear the same size. So he had these in his car. They were worn, and I wasn't really bothered or anything about them. Didn't know anything about SBs other than what he had started telling me about that day. Right. About some of the backstories with some of the sneakers and just like the insane history of the shoe itself and all the different variations, all the crazy things. So it immediately kind of pulled me in. And my first one being a Star Wars one, being a big Star Wars fan, I also didn't realize what I had been given yet. Right. I was kind of just like, oh, that's cool. These are Star Wars themed shoes. Yeah. Not like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
And I went hard into it, down rabbit holes, just reading about drops and finding different shoes and stuff like that.
The second shoe is like the one that I attribute to Don the most. Like when I think of you and I was going to say your favorite shoe, this would be the one.
It's definitely one of them. It would be my favorite high for sure.
Okay, let's see it.
My dog walkers.
The dog walker. So I think of this as Don because you guys have seen, I think you were wearing it in the Hawaii video when we dissected the Hawaii dunk. You were wearing the Howl shirt, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I just... he owns a tattoo shop called The Howling Dog Collective. So this one has shit on it, and I think it had gum on it earlier. Was that a different one?
That might have been a different one.
Different one.
Like I said, I wear my shoes. I'm not paying attention to what's on the bottom.
So there you go. So that's your favorite high?
That actually, it's funny lead in because when I started looking up previous releases of Dunk Highs, or SB Dunk Highs, excuse me, let's clarify. When I came across this one, I immediately just stopped what I was looking for and had to get that shoe. I do have a big obsession with this one just because it's sentimental. We got a lot of dogs, name of my shop, so on and so forth. But I also love all the little details. This was one that really sucked me in with the more I looked at it, the more details. I didn't even know it was a 420 release until I actually had the shoe. Right. Somehow I overlooked that detail.
You hit on a 420 here, and it had stash pockets in it. Which one was that?
I hit on the Strawberry Cough.
The Strawberry Coughs. This is a funny story real quick. We're going to interject with the Strawberry Coughs. So, Don oftentimes does artwork just for raffle tickets to put in on the shoes.
Yep.
And most of the time doesn't hit.
Not you have no idea how many I don't hit on. My wife is not a fan of that gamble.
It is heartbreaking to me too, but I'm also very fair.
Hey.
So the 11 and a half, we barely ever get more than one, and I'm also an 11 and a half. So there's a dynamic that is very troublesome here. But anyway, I stuffed $100 bills into the tongues of the Strawberry Coughs because he does so much art for free. And his wife found the money and kept it.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
And it took a bit too. I like showed her a day or two after I got them, and next thing she's like, "Oh yeah, it looks great." And then she just started pulling. I was like, "Where'd you get that from?" She's like, "They were in the tongs. You didn't know about it. Not my problem." I was like, "Wait, what?" I called Dave, and I was like, "My wife said thanks for the money."
That's too good. I love it. So let's talk about, this is the first shoe we ever worked together on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, Don came in here, cold call, talking about wanting to do art for sneaker drops.
For the strawberry cough.
For the strawberry coughs. Yeah, you're right.
The first one we ever worked on, even though it was the first design I ever brought you was for a strawberry cough.
Yep.
But then this ended up being the first pair that we worked on.
Yeah, the Ben and Jerry's. Boom. Look at how these are still really crispy.
Not if I take the shoe tree out of them. Bro, they are creased.
Yeah.
They are beat. I wore them a lot.
This was like the height of, this was right after Travis Scott. Is that right? Or
it went
two after?
I think it was Travis Scott and then the Strangeloves.
So let's talk about Grails.
Top 3. When you ask me this, it's such a wild list because, man, there's ones that I truly love, but I wouldn't put them in the realm of like Grail. It's kind of one of those questions like, if you could have any car, what would you have? And it's like your immediate thought is like, oh, what's something that I would like afford, but maybe on the high end? And then it's like, no, I'm talking supercars. You're like, well, that's a whole different list.
Okay.
But
the ones you gave me the other day, is that still stick, you think?
I can give a reason for a couple off the top of my head. The Pigeon, just because of the story behind it. The Tiffany Low, because I absolutely love that color combo shoes. Yeah. But then you start getting into attainable ones that are just hard to find, and like the Ferris Bueller, amazing. Yeah. Then there's just so many I can go for days.
Yeah, the Ferris Bueller was one you mentioned the other day.
That's one that's like attainable. I will have that one soon. Yeah. I have a limit. You know what I mean? Right. Like when you're looking online trying to find stuff and things like that, like you can go find all kinds of stuff new, but when someone's got something that's used, it's hard for them to part with it.
Yeah. Okay, so the last thing I was going to talk about, we do talk about how we kind of try to spice up releases. We try to do shock drops every now and then, raffles sometimes, or first come, first serve other times. I'm not going to go into all the details of this. I'm kind of just going to let this play out a little bit, but like if you guys have watched the raffle, if you guys have been around for a while and you know what we did with the raffle, I'm trying to play with some of those things a little bit for the future. Well, the Fruity Pack was all supposed to come at the same time, so I had this, or at least to my knowledge it was. So I had this idea for a release for the Fruity Pack. We're still going to do something like that. I'm not going to explain all the details because I want some of it to be a surprise, but we're going to just show you real quick what we're doing with some of the stragglers that are shipping in late, so you guys will have another chance to hit on some of the Fruity Pack. So I just got this. This has been teasing everyone in the back, and everybody's always looking for clues, because sometimes there's clues in my video about stuff coming out. Nobody's caught on to this clue or said anything to me, but this guy right here has been sitting in the back of my videos for a good while now.
It's been a minute since we did it.
It's been a minute. Yeah, I'm just going to let Don open this, just to show you guys theoretically what this could be. Can you see it on that one? Yeah, you can kind of see it. This is similar to you don't know what you're getting. Normally, they would be shrink wrapped. I might have put too much paper.
I'm still going to start tearing something accidentally.
Ooh. Oh, what could that be?
Shut up.
Get this fucking paper out of the way.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I can't believe this. I seriously can't believe this.
Dude,
I was just looking at a pair recently.
Dude, thank you for all the shit you do for the shop.
I might even tear up. These are absolutely gorgeous. Man, I absolutely love them. Thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much. This is the only one I could afford out of your fucking...
Man, God, means so much to me. I cannot thank you enough, man. That's...
Absolutely. I'm stoked to do it.
Like a glove. Like a glove. It's perfection. Is what it is. I'm gonna have to touch up the laces, but I got you.
Yeah, I feel you. Whoever laced these things,
Yeah, I
was
was
like, what the heck? Come on, man. You can lace them better than that.
Oh my gosh. Man, that's crazy.
We are doing, I'll give you more of the details to this later.
That's how he got me, because I know the details of that. And I was not expecting this. I was completely blindsided.
There you go,
Can't
guys.
get over it.
That's it. I just wanted to do something
It's gonna
nice.
make me cry on camera. This is the only, in my opinion, this is the most attainable Grail that
Yeah. It's a good one.
I absolutely love this. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for hanging out, and let me know what else you want to do. Not everybody's getting.
Yes, I already said the bar's so high.
Let's just go ahead and lower the bar. But what would you guys like to see us do for the community, or just what are we gonna do? Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys. All the best. Love Blue Tile.